Jet.
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel for another episode of Paralegal Reacts. And today we're going to talk about something a little unexpected. We're going to talk about Disney. All of us have grown up with Disney, at least to some extent. I know for me personally, Disney movies were almost exclusively what me and my brothers would watch growing up. That or VeggieTales, but that's a whole other story. I went to Disneyland in California when I was 16 years old, I think. It was totally awesome, and I would definitely go again. But what I didn't realize when I was there was that the park is full of cremated people's ashes. Yeah, people's ashes. It turns out that many people think their dead loved ones want to haunt the happiest place on earth. It happens so often that the cast members have a code for it. HEPA cleanup, as in bust out the vacuum. So let's discuss this. I mean, ethically, I'm not sure it's right to spread grandma's ashes in a place where thousands of children are frequenting daily. I could see why people might think it's a good idea. Maybe grandma really loved Disney or something. But when you really think about it, it is a bit creepy. Disney is designed for kids. You know, it's not meant to be a mausoleum or meant to hold people's ashes. Especially with the sheer volume of people in and out every day. Is that really the peaceful resting place that grandma would have wanted? But besides any ethical hang-ups, what is the legality behind this? State laws exist in California related to storing and scattering ashes, which are fairly straightforward and easy to follow. According to California law, ashes may be scattered by employees at a licensed cemetery, crematory, registered cremated remains disposers, funeral establishment staff members, family members of the deceased, or any person who has the right to control the disposition of the remains or their designee, as long as that person does not dispose of any more than 10 sets of remains in any calendar year. So basically, people are permitted to scatter in California where no local prohibition exists, and with written permission of the governing agency or property owner, if it's not property that you own. In addition, the ashes, once scattered, must not be distinguishable to the public. Health and Safety Code Section 7054, subsection A, makes it a misdemeanor to dispose of or deposit any human remains in any place except in a cemetery or as otherwise authorized by law. With respect to ashes, Health and Safety Code Section 7116 states, cremated remains may be scattered in areas where no local prohibition exists, provided that the cremated remains are not distinguishable to the public, are not in a container, and that the person who has control over disposition of the cremated remains has obtained written permission of the property owner or governing agency to scatter on the property. If you spread your loved one's remains on private property without permission of the property owner, you could be cited under HS 7054 subsection A. Anyone found guilty of violating this section is subject to up to 6 months in jail and or a fine of $500. So now that we know about the legalities surrounding this, what does Disneyland have to say about all of this mess? Disneyland has stated that not only will they escort you off the property if you are caught doing this, but that they also have a policy to vacuum ashes and remove them from the park, which is that code that we talked about earlier, HEPA. That means HEPA vacuum. So there is a possibility of you getting banned and facing criminal charges, and your loved one's ashes will end up most likely in the landfill rather than living forever in the Haunted Mansion or Pirates of the Caribbean rides. So whether you decide to spread your loved one's ashes at Disneyland remains your choice. But try to think of the children. Please, why won't anybody think of the children? maybe try to think of a place that would be a little bit more appropriate. I mean, would you dump grandma's ashes at a Chuck E. Cheese? I mean, I sure hope not. I mean, it's creepy enough that they have real skeletons in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, but knowing they may have who knows how many dead ancestors there, it's scary. And wouldn't you want to have a proper moment for your loved one instead of having to sneakily dump their ashes in a rush? And the thought of having their ashes hoovered if you get busted, that's awful. And I'm sure grandma wouldn't want you to get arrested over this. I mean, grandma seemed to I don't know, my grandma followed the rules a lot. I don't know about yours, but I don't know if she would have wanted that. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Please comment down below. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that it's understandable, or do you think it's creepy and disrespectful? Yes, comment down below. Let's talk about it and let me know what you thought of this video. And again, if you have any ideas or topics you'd like me to discuss, I'm happy to do so. Please comment them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye now.